Hello, as I can here to show you the Big Bird map test, and what you see so far for map testing. What you see right here is a list of the different subjects. I'm sure everybody, students or ladies and gentlemen, have seen before. Is so far as a list of subjects that more likely that you will be tested on, and one of them, of course, is language arts, and then along with so far as English and social studies, and then along with study, and then it could be study hall, and then that you had whenever you're in school, along with math and science, and of course it could include say a basic type of math or science. It could be biology or chemistry or sociology, or geometry, whatever subjects that you would remember taking whenever you were in school and along off to college. That basically the whole purpose about the test is that about almost each every subject that you would take so far as the different subjects, the different tests you'll be tested on. Basically, it's like you can get is that it gives a proper proper name so far as map test. And I don't know if it would be related to, would you say, a test where you need to know a certain location on a map, so far as what state and what city is located where, whatever it is. But of course, you say by law, it's like for the state law, is that by law that that you gotta that you need to take these tests. And of course, it's like I can write it down as like for by law that you gotta take these tests. And you begin to wonder is that whenever you take the test that you would be given a form. It's like usually a lot of times it's a book, or it could be a packet, or whatever you call it, and they mean to have it to where you can take online test nowadays. But with the online service, with they say it could be an e-reader, mobile device, or it could be laptop, desktop, whatever it is, anything that you would see at the library or the computer labs or whatever, or at your home PC. It's like your personal computer. As you have these PC devices, these electronic web devices, and of course it's like you have it to where that if you were to take a map test, that if you have it to where it would give you that option to where you mark says so far as menu goes. Of course, if you were to take the test online, that maybe you would have it to where you go online and you click on menu, whatever it is. Any children that are age between 10 and 11, 12 years old, a lot of times may need somebody there to show them. But you have it to where you may have it to where you got this little wheel right here. It talks about what color pen or writing utensil that you would like to use, and it could of course blue or black and white, or it could be color. But of course say let's go with the blue. It's like blue writing utensil, and of course that could include, it's like since blue is actually say one of my favorite colors other than white. But you got the say so far Elmo, or it could be Oscar. That if you were to write down notes, that it's basically talking about is to say it could be talking about measuring. Is the measuring that whenever you are tested, a lot of times that so far as talking about is like on a calculator right here, which I went ahead and bought this calculator. It's like went ahead and bought the calculator. So you try to go ahead and turn it on here, but bought the calculator so far as General Instruments, the Texas Instruments which say go by the different brands, but so far other than General Instrument, or it could be the Montalito and the Montaigne, you see whatever brand calculator. But you have this calculator, in which is so far as the TI / 83, the 83 plus, and you have a screen right here, and you basically type in just say that the different numbers you got 1, 2, 1, 4, and 2, 142, and then you say plus 8, and then you have the mathematical answer right here, and then along course it goes with graphing, and of course it's like you got the up, down, left, and right arrows right here. But of course, with these buttons right here, that you would have it to where you got the window, and along with the zoom, and along with trace, have you got trace right here. But basically, it's that if you were to buy a calculator like that, or any other type of, it could be a iPod, sound recorder, or it could be something related to a measuring tape, whatever it is, that you would be tested on how to work it. And I remember whenever I was a student, going to say the 9th and 10th grade, all to my junior and senior, all to the sophomore and junior year of high school and stuff, that you would have it to where they would test you on a lot of stuff, and a lot of times the teachers would not even be able to tell you any suggestions or the answers for whatever that the questions will be asking. And a lot of times is that you would be able to write in the books, but they would ask you a question and you write down an answer. It's like, so far as the answer for what the answer for your best, so far as your best. So far as for the best of of your knowledge, you say is of your knowledge. So far as the best of your knowledge, that basically is that so far with Elmo, is you have it to where with Elmo right here is to say, also known as the reminder. The reminder is like, so far as mark your calendar for what's coming up. See, mark your calendar for any type of testing that's coming up. So far as say, it could be a planner, whatever it is. But as we all know, that a lot of times, a lot of us will probably say that we would rather munch on cookies other than to study about this stuff right here. So far as a smiley face, I remember my teachers used to mark a lot of my grade reports. You say with the smiley face. Let's say so far as the score, it could be an 80%, or it could be so far as a lot of people probably say is aiming for a 100%, or it could be a 71%. But if you were to mark down these scores right here, it's like 22. I think 22% would probably be, it's like maybe at the worst scores, but the amount of points that you get for taking these tests. And basically is that that we could probably say that map testing is kind of like a brain twister, that not everybody wants to take them, but they're basically by law, is like by the state, that law that you take them basically to be able to test you on how well the best answer to this and the best answer to that, so far as this testing you. And a lot of times I would probably say that with test, that I probably say that sometimes you don't like it when you get tested on something, because it could be maybe the opposite of what you want to do, so far as what you want to learn and stuff. It's basically the way it goes so far with upgrades and the way high education goes. But you have the scores right here along with the Sesame Street characters. But so far as what you want to learn, you basically learn things every day, and then of course it's no matter is that what it is that that is to know that that we all could be, it's like say so far as a genius, so far as knowing about what we want to learn compared to what the school wants us to learn, is so far as learning the basics about the science and math and history and all that stuff. But the basic stuff is to know is to go by the requirements so far as